from Royal Communications Incorporated. Good evening and welcome to King's Newsroom. 45 minutes of accurate, balanced, and credible news about Liberia and the rest of our one world. Today is Tuesday, May 13, 2025. My name is Cornelius Johnson with this evening's presentation. Story topping the headlines: Liberia National Police Bond County Detachment launches an immediate investigation following the lifeless body of an unidentified man inside a parked vehicle at the Bond County Health Team office in Phoebe. Totman National Institute of Medical Arts on Tuesday launches 3 new academic programs as senior advisor and head of the project in the office of the First Lady Katuma Bouakar. Dr. Adam Kane says the launch is a declaration of a national promise that no mother would die while giving birth. Members of the House of Representatives Tuesday elect Matirada County District 11 Representative Richard Kuhn as new Speaker of the 55th House of Representatives, replacing former Speaker Councillor Jonathan Fadati Kofa following prolonged impasse between members of the lower house. Away from home, Zambia foreign minister has warned diplomats against interfering in the country's affairs after the U.S. ambassador raised concern about the systematic theft of drugs donated to the southern African state. The news bulletin voices of the newsmakers are all packaged in this evening's presentation of the program. We take a very short break. When we'll come back, we'll bring you the news bulletin. Many thanks for being there. Up next is the Bulletin of News with Newton Tokba.
The Liberia National Police Bond County Detachment has launched an investigation following the discovery of a deceased male inside a vehicle parked at the Bond County Health Team office in Phoebe, Banga, Bond County. According to eyewitness accounts, the body was found early Tuesday morning when staff members arrived for work and noticed a Ford ordered emanating from a Toyota Corolla taxi parked within the compound. Upon close inspection, the lifeless body of an unidentified man was discovered slumped in the front seat of the vehicle. Health authorities and officers from the Liberia National Police promptly secured the vehicle while investigators began gathering evidence. The cause of death and the identity of the deceased remain unknown at this time. The body has been reported to the Simosis Funeral Parlor in Bangat for examination and further forensic analysis. Police are urging anyone with relevant information to contact the nearest police station as investigation continues. In a landmark effort to address Liberia's pressing need for skilled medical professionals, the Totman National Institute of Medical Arts on Tuesday launched 3 new academic programs. The programs include nursing, prospective technician, and radiography. In his keynote address, Senior Advisor and Head of Project in the Office of First Lady, Dr. Adam Kine, emphasized that the new programs are part of a broader national initiative to bridge the healthcare gap through a well-trained and sustainable workforce. The launch, which was held at the John F. Kennedy Memorial Center, brought together senior government officials, international partners, healthcare leaders, and members of the public in a united commitment to enhancing the country's health system. According to Dr. Kine, the launching of the program is not just for a building, but rather it is a declaration of national promise that no mother should die while giving birth. Monserrate County District 11 Representative Richard Kuhn has been elected Speaker of the 55th House of Representatives, defeating Nima County District 7 Representative Musa Hassan Beliti in a closely watched contest. The election, held on Tuesday, was presided over by Deputy Speaker Thomas Fowler and further That followed the resignation of Granku County District 1 Representative and former Speaker Councillor Junita Fonati Kofa on Monday, May 12. Councillor Kofa's resignation came in the wake of a prolonged period of legislative deadlock that had hindered the workings of the House of Representatives. His departure paved the way for a new leadership to emerge amid efforts to restore unity and functionality within the legislature. During the election, Representative Cohn secured 43 votes against Representative Bilitis, who secured 26 votes, making him Speaker of the 55th House of Representatives, replacing former Speaker Councillor Jonathan Fonati Kofa. The election outcome was seen as a pivotal moment in the ongoing reconstruction of the legislature's leadership. Representative Kuhn, a figure within the ruling United Party, now assumes the speakership at a critical time, with pressing national issues requiring legislative attention and collaboration. The new speaker is expected to focus on restoring order in the House of Representatives, strengthening legislative oversight, and advancing bipartisan cooperation to address the country's development agenda. The Commissioner of Salala District, Kamokane, has expressed optimism over the performance of Jomas High School in Salala District following their victory in the just ended quizzing tournament organized by the Veteran Bureau of Salala District in collaboration with the offices of Representative Mama Brice Mesa. Commissioner Kane said education forms an integral part of the IRS agenda, and as such, the government is leaving no stone unturned to reform the educational sector. The board chair of Jomas High School further noted that their victory signifies togetherness, reconciliation, and presence from parents who are always there to support their children through their educational sojourn. Kind of emphasized that one of the factors beyond their success that's beyond the source of the institution can be attributed to God's intervention, noting that many prayers from spiritual leaders have further strengthened the school. The school won $50,000 as first winner and a giant-sized trophy. The initiative was organized recently in Salala District, Brown County. The plenary of the House of Representatives has officially lifted the suspensions of 16 lawmakers who were banned for 30 section days. The decision was reached on Tuesday during the first sitting of the second quarter of the second section. Those reinstated include Edward Flomo, Abu Kamarat Marvin Cole, Frank Safoko, Eugene K.M. Colley, Zina Norman, Alex Sonibor Noah, and Muka Kamara. Others include Jerry Yogbo, Yeke Koluba, Dixon Sibo, Musa Belete, Samuel Anders, Thomas A. Goshua, Jacob Debbie, and Luther Collins. It can be recalled on March 20th, 2025, the House of Representatives lifted the suspension of Representative Abu Kamara after he complied with the terms set by the plenary. Their suspension stemmed from what appeared to be described as allegations of misconduct, absenteeism, and political disputes. A local pastor from the Mombakle community identified as Uriah Krati is making an urgent appeal for assistance as his 23-year-old son clings to life at ERW Hospital in Morovia. Pastor Uriah Krati, a respected community leader and minister of the gospel, is seeking financial support to cover the cost of a life-saving surgical operation for his son, Desire Krati. Desire, according to Pastor Krati, was first admitted to ERWA Hospital in March 2024 for a surgery. He added that since March 2024, his son has faced ongoing medical complications and repeated delays in receiving necessary surgery due to family's inability to afford treatment. Pastor Krati disclosed that the estimated cost for the required surgical operation is approximately 1,200 United States dollars, a figure that remains far out of reach for the Krati's family, who have already exhausted their resources. He further noted that Desire's condition worsening. Medical staff at the ELW hospital have confirmed the urgency. Pastor Krati also spoke of the psychosocial effect it has on he and the family. Commercial drivers across western Liberia have launched a go-slow action in protest against what they describe as excessive taxation and persistent harassment by the Liberian National Police Highway Patrol. According to them, they have been unfairly targeted with traffic tickets, some costing more than 50 US dollar, which they term as an apparent sharp increase from the previous $10 US fines typically issued for minor infractions. Many also claim they have been penalized for operating defective vehicles, a situation they argue is largely due to poor condition of the region's roadways. The deteriorating infrastructure, they said, makes it nearly impossible to maintain their vehicles in proper condition, leading to repeated citations and mounting financial pressures. The PF, Vice President for Administration of the Federation of Road Transport Union of Liberia, acknowledged the drivers' grievances and confirmed that the union is actively engaging both the police and the transport workers in an effort to find a peaceful and lasting solution. Former student leader of the University of Liberia, Jacob Jala and Richardson Corboyd, have joined the Congress for Democratic Change. Jacob Jala said President Joseph Walker continues to buy 1.5 million United States dollar Lexus vehicle, while thousands of Liberians continue languishing in extreme poverty with no basic social services. He indicated that the rescued government did not come to rescue the Liberian people, but as such, they have come to rescue themselves at the expense of the ordinary citizens. For his part, Richardson Jarrett Cobalt noted that he was excited to join ranks with the CDC owing to its start of leadership, noting that the party is a responsible institution that cares for the Liberian people. He, however, criticized the UP government for being so much irresponsible and inept to handle the affairs of the country. Delivering the acceptance speech on behalf of the party, Montserrat County District 9 Representative Frank Safoko lauded Jala and Corbett for joining the party. He emphasized that the CDC is the people's party that cares for everyone irrespective of their background and economic status, emphasizing that their experiences and expertise they have brought will take the party a long way. The Deputy Minister for Administration at the Ministry of Justice, Massa Jalaba, has outlined a bold agenda for the continued transformation of Liberia's justice system for institutional reform and public accountability. Speaking Monday during Criminal Code A opening under the theme Mission for Transparency and Continued Improvement in Our Justice System, Jalaba addressed key challenges within the country's legal framework while also celebrating recent progress made through judicial and executive cooperation. She added that the reforms include extension of court terms, updated mechanisms for the appointment and relief of judges, and other procedural adjustments designed to modernize legal administration. However, Jalaba was clear that procedural reform must be matched by financial and institutional investment. According to the Deputy Minister, the Magisterial Assistant Program at the Morovia Central Prison, a pilot initiative that has been significantly reduce pre-trial detention and address prison overcrowding. The Deputy Minister further emphasized that ensuring fair and speedy trial remains a top priority of the Ministry of Justice, particularly in light of the ongoing concerns around prolonged detentions and limited access to justice for the average Liberian. She called on civil society organizations, development partners, and citizens alike to continue supporting reform efforts and advance transparency, fairness, and accountability in the justice system. And the Liberia Drug Enforcement Agency Sino County Detachment has confirmed the arrest of a 33-year-old woman identified as Angie Stowe following a major anti-drug operation in Greenville City. According to an LDA release on Monday, the accused was arrested on Sunday, May 11, in Seabird Community, Greenville City, after a successful search and seizure operation by a team of LDA officers. The release quoted LDA authorities as saying that during the operation, officers discovered 37 plates of high-grade marijuana with an estimated street value of 3,700 United States dollars, it equivalent to LD 703 million. The release added that Misto was taken to the LDA headquarters in Greenville City for further investigation, noting that she will be charged and forwarded to court for speedy trial in accordance with law.
Newton talk about there with the news bulletin. The news bulletin is a regular feature here on King's Newsroom. If you just tune it in, is a reminder you are in tune to King's Newsroom for the 5 minutes of accurate, balanced, incredible news about Liberia and the rest of our one world. Today is Tuesday, May 13, 2025. Story topping the headlines: Liberia National Police Bomb Counter Detachment launches an immediate investigation following the lifeless body of an unidentified man inside a parked vehicle at the Bon County Health Team office in Phoebe. Totman National Institute of Medical Arts on Tuesday launched three new academic programs as senior advisor and head of the project in the office of the First Lady Katuma Boakai. Dr. Adam Kane says the launch is a declaration of a national promise that no mother would die while giving birth. Members of the House of Representatives Tuesday elected Matsurado County District 11 Representative Richard Kuhn as new Speaker of the 55th House of Representatives, replacing a former Speaker, Councillor Jonathan Fanati Kofa, following a prolonged impasse between members of the lower house. Away from home, Zambia's foreign minister has warned diplomats against interfering in the country's affairs. This after the U.S. ambassador raised concern about the systematic theft of drugs donated to the softening African states. We take another break. When we come back, we bring you voices of the newsmakers. Welcome back. To this development now, the Commissioner of Salala District, Kamu Kanen, has expressed optimism over the performance of Job Miles High School in Salala District following their victory in the just ended quizzing competition organized by the Veteran Bureau of Salala District in collaboration with the offices of Muhammad Briggs Mensa. Commissioner Cannon said education forms an integral part of the resident, and as such, government is leading no stone unturned to revamp the educational sector. The board chairman of Jormais High School further noted that their victory signifies togetherness and reconciliation from parents who are always there to support their children through academic educational sojourn.
I feel very great on two fronts. We want to thank the Almighty Allah. We want to thank the Honorable Representative. And we want to thank Joe Mike, a school that I am a board member. So after attending the to the community. So we erected the school from our own money, and today the school is there. All we want from the school is this kind of performance. All we want for the school here for the people to be educated in Saturday because we went to school, and whatsoever we're working, the little thing that we're earning, we should, put it back to the community so the community people can benefit. Our wives are so happy tonight in that their business money that we took. They hearing that the school is a double champion and a dinner there. They would have loved to be here. But because of some engagement, we all cannot be here. They asked me to stand by them for everybody. So the two happening are all merged. The third one is the arrest agenda, the E being uplifted in Salah district, a district that they put a huge vote for the elections of our president, President Joseph Newman Bakai. and we being manager, we are so much happy and asking all our citizens, thank you for coming. Let's keep together. Let's pray for good for our district. Well, this proof togetherness. When people are united, there's a strength. Just prove that the reconciliation process after the elections is holding, as you can see all of us together. So all we need to do, and one of the success story that we got behind the whole thing is we always asking religious leader to pray. As a leader, whenever you look around and you cannot get clear understanding of anything, you go to God and God. So this is how we are being led. This is what this is how the leadership. You see the success story.
He's the commissioner of Salala District, Kamonkanen. They're speaking. In a landmark effort to address Liberia's pressing need for skilled medical professionals, the Tottenham National Institute for Medical Arts on Tuesday launched three new academic programs: nurse astancia and technician in radiography. In his keynote address, senior advisor and head of the project in the office of the First Lady, Adam Kane, emphasized that the new programs are part of a broader national initiative to bridge the healthcare gap through a well-trained and sustainable workforce. The launch, which was held at the John F. Kennedy Medical Center, brought together senior government officials, international partners, healthcare leaders, and members of the public in a united commitment to enhancing the country's healthcare system. According to Dr. Kane, the launching of the program is not just for a building, but rather is a declaration of a national promise that no mother should die while giving birth.
The recruitment of God this morning. But the reason why we are here for is for the help. And some they're going through a lot of pain, quite similar, still going through it. A finished boss inside of him, some of the last year, he went through the surgery. Quite similar, he's losing tube. And the balance of the results have been done last month, but because of no money, that's why I've never been free from it. And there is the help that we are asking the whole world so that my son can live. We need your help. That costs about 1,250 United States dollars at the area hospital to do the balance.
We apologize for that wrong upset. For her part, Chief Executive Officer and General Administrator of the John F. Kennedy Medical Center, Dr. Linda Beach, hailed the Institute contributions to medical training in Liberia. She added that GFK Medical Center is not just a hospital in the country, but also a teaching hospital for the nation. Dr. Beach also called for education and infrastructure to meet the country's growing demand for specialized.
About to launch the idea where it stems from. When you have a leader who has vision, the people will smile. A leader without vision is country perish. And we have leaders with vision, and this is what we are here to do. I'll tell you how it all started. My very first meeting with that proposal, it was like a little My very first meeting with that proposal in the conference room, we were talking about health workforce, specialist parties. And then this maternal mortality, you need to about she didn't do that. Last thing well. But in all of that, it's something looking out of us. And this is the good thing for which we are here. We talk about the theaters in maternity. And you were only two theaters at the time. He said the two theaters, given the population, everybody living that in Korea, everybody asked him. He said, but the two theaters, nothing enough. I said, well, what did it? It's not that it's not going to be a power. We really have best necessities in this country. She said, well, where were you? You spent all some she go and you asking me about this and this and so just about you have your ancestors here. What did you gather here for? And she went on until she talked about the radiologist. And she said that, you know, we need to start the nurse anesthesia program at NIMA already. When she said that, no restaurant. No, get your doctors together. You have to get discuss it. I want people from all of the county hospitals. Let the counties present people to be treating those PKs. I will decided.
A local pastor from the Mount Barclay community identified as Eric Cratty is making an urgent appeal for assistance as his 23-year-old son clings to life as the EAW hospital in Monrovia. Pastor Eric Cratty, a respected community leader and minister of the gospel, is seeking financial support to cover the cost of a life-saving surgical operation for his son, Desire Cratty. Desire, according to Pastor Cratty, was first admitted to the EAW hospital in March 2024 for an appendix surgery. He added that since March 2024, his son has faced ongoing medical complications and repeated delays in receiving necessary surgery due to the family's inability to afford treatment. Pastor Cratty disclosed that the estimated cost for the required surgery operation is approximately $1,200, a figure that remains far out of reach for the Cratty family, who have already exhausted their resources. He furthered that with Desire's condition worsening, medical staff at the EAW hospital have confirmed the urgency. Pastor Cratty also spoke of the psychological toll the ordeal has taken on his son. Here now is Pastor Eric Cratty.
To be grateful to God this morning. But the reason why we are here for is for the help. My son is going through a lot of pain. Practically, he's still going through it. Appendix was inside of him. Some of the last year, he went through the surgery. Practically, he's using tube. And the balance of operations should have been done last month, but because of no money, that's why I've never been free from it. And there is the help that we are asking the whole world so that my son can live. We need your help. That costs about $1,250 at the area hospital to do the bottom surgery.
How long this been on him?
Yes, since last March.
Since 2024 March.
Yeah.
2024 March is about 1 year plus. You got been at the hospital?
Yeah, as you can see, all of these people from EWA. This is going to be the last surgery work for him because of no money. This is why we up to asking people for now, because I want him to be free. And I'm asking Christian brethren or whoever to run out this help to me that my son will live. It is good for the person to live and for anyone to help me with cash the money. I need money to help my son get free from this problem.
So what you were actually told by the hospital or doctor had asked?
Yeah, the doctor gave her time, but the time actually expired now. And he told us for surgery should have been done last month, but because of the money is not on him, that's why you see up to now he's still facing this problem. And I'm the father, I'm not doing anything for now. Just started with ministry, the church money is not my money to be used. So now I'm asking the whole world, people with human heart, with human feelings, children they are not for one person, especially for young men like him, to be going through such pain.
Is he in school?
No, he's not in school. But whoever we just want for his life to be safe.
Pastor Eric Cratty, a respected community leader there in Mount Barclay, appealing to well-meaning Liberians and humanitarians to assist his son seek advanced medical treatment. A woman identified as Janet Kawala is appealing to the public for assistance after rescuing an abandoned child she discovered following a night church service. Speaking in an interview Tuesday, Janet Kawala said she and her fellow church members found the child in distress late at night. Without hesitation, the next day, she took the child to the nearest police station to report the incident and seek help. According to Kawala, officers at the station advised her to take the child to the hospital for immediate medical attention. She complied, and hospital staff later diagnosed the child with severe malaria and low blood levels. Kawala stated that health reports said the child had 3 plus malaria and low blood. She added that the police encouraged her to focus on the child health care before and then formal investigation should proceed. Kawala is seeking for financial support from the public to continue the child's treatment and recovery.
No, it's not my child. We went to service on Friday. When we were coming in there, we met the people that were in group. They wear papers and one yellow t-shirt. And he was crying. So he was crying, and me and my friend went there. I said, oh, but the way the baby lay down, I don't care what people start saying the baby is Gina, not snake. When I said that witchcraft, I said, but the child battle. Witchcraft can be crying like this. So when I took the child on Friday evening, when I came, was already late, the child slept with me. Saturday, when I went to the police station, I met one man, that police man, they call him rescue.
Which one the police station?
Like one police man, he can be to the hospital, JFK, they call him rescue. When I carry the child, they almost say, oh, the child battle. The child came down with foam malaria with low blood. So you call the police man, say he found the child. When they call him, the first thing the man say, I should treat the child first, later on, and we'll get back to me.
And what the police man told you?
Yes.
You should treat the child first before.
Later on, you can't get back to me because the child was too bad. So I stayed to the hospital from Saturday until Monday yesterday. They gave the child 2 pounds of blood, and they gave medicine and forget the medicine paper. Because we went back for a HB result, I think I play and forget about the paper, and the time we went back to the police.
If you just joining us, this is a reminder you are in tune to King's Newsroom for the 5 minutes of news from Liberia and the rest of our one word. Today is Tuesday, May 13, 2025. Story topping the headlines. Liberia National Police Broom County Detachment launches an immediate investigation following the lifeless body of an unidentified man inside a parked vehicle at the Broom County Health Team office in Phoebe. Totman National Institute of Medical Arts on Tuesday launched 3 new academic programs as senior advisor and head of project in the office of First Lady Katumu Boakai. Dr. Adam King says the launch is the declaration of a national promise that no mother would die while giving birth. Members of the House of Representatives Tuesday elected Mercerado County District 11 representatives Rachel Kuhn as new Speaker of the 55th House of Representatives, replacing former Speaker Councilor Jonathan Fanati Kofa following prolonged impasse between members of the lower house. Away from home, Zambia's foreign minister has warned diplomats against interfering in the country's affairs this after the U.S. ambassador raised concern about the systematic theft of drugs donated to the sub-Saharan African states. We take another break. When we come back, we bring you more developments right here on the program. Welcome back to King's Newsroom. Today's development now, former student leader of the University of Liberia, Jacob Jala, and Richardson Kobwe have joined the Congress for Democratic Change. Jacob Jala said President Joseph Boakai continues to buy 1.5 million United States dollars Lexus vehicle, while thousands of Liberians continue languishing in extreme poverty with no basic social services. He indicated that the rescue government did not come to rescue the Liberian people, but as such, they have come to rescue themselves at the expense of their ordinary citizens.
Thank you very, very much. I feel absolutely elated to be on this historic grounds of the mighty Congress for Democratic Change. I feel a deep sense of nostalgia back on these grounds, on these great grounds, men and women, sons and daughters of the land, putting together a great historical movement for national transformation. It is a pity that I arrived here rather lately. But I think I made the journey on shore at the most decisive time in history. So again, I'm happy. I love the energy here, and I'm happy to see the reception. But I have a few words to deliver here to the nation on these campuses of the mighty Congress of Democratic Change. Ladies and gentlemen of the press, the political leader of the mighty Congress of Democratic Change, Josh Manawia, the chairperson of this great party, Mr. John Gako, Secretary General Jefferson Tamarkoji, astute members of the Executive Committee of the Congress of Democratic Change, partisans and all. The Congress of Democratic Change is an enduring symbol of peace, political inclusion, and broad participation of the marginalized and the vulnerable.
For his part, Richardson Jala Kobwe noted that he was excited to join ranks with the CDC owing to its tide of leadership, noting that the party is a responsible institution that cares for the Liberian people. He, however, criticized the UP government for being so much irresponsible and inept to handle the affairs of the country.
I am overwhelmed. Even though people had negative thoughts about some of us few years ago, but quickly permit me to recognize all executive committee members here present, all ideologues, foot soldiers, paratroopers, the honor privilege, solidarity allies. I want to say to you, you have my undiluted revolutionary honor. Today is a historical day, and this moment will go down in history. Few years back, we believed in ourselves that there will be a moment upon the completion of our struggle in the student community, there will be an exit strategy.
Delivering the acceptance speech on behalf of the party, Maserati County District Representative Frank Safoko lauded Jala and Kobwe for joining the party. He emphasized that the CDC is the People's Party that cares for everyone, irrespective of their background and economic status, emphasizing that the experiences and expertise they have brought would take the CDC a long way.
Revolutionary acceptance speech done by Comrade Frank Safoko Jr., who represent the people, the very good, unique, civilized, organized people of electoral district number 9. Refer to him as Jesse when we were kids. We're not brave enough to call him Jekoja. However, protocol has placed us in a position to refer to him as Comrade Big Brother Jekoja. Manda has made a historic decision. He has joined the ranks of great CDC, the only true beacon of hope for the downtrodden, the rejected, the oppressed, and the forgotten, where the people, not just the people of Liberia, but the people of Rehab community.
His Maserati County District 9 Representative Frank Safoko there delivering the acceptance speech on behalf of the CDC. Earlier, you listened to Richardson Kobwe followed by Jacob Chala. They joined in the CDC on yesterday. Deputy Minister for Administration at the Ministry of Justice, Masa Jalaba, has outlined a bold agenda for the continued transformation of Liberia's justice system for institutional reform and public accountability. Speaking during the Criminal Code A opening under the theme Mission for Transparency and Continued Improvement in the Justice System, Jala address key challenges within the country's legal framework while also celebrating recent progress made on the judicial and executive cooperation. She added that reforms include extensions to court terms, updated mechanisms for appointment and relief of justices and judges, and other procedural adjustments designed to modernize the legal administration.
I applaud the recognition for transparency and a call for a continuous improvement within our justice system. We are cognizant that much has been done. For instance, through the Ministry of Justice and the Executive Arm, we submitted several amendments to our criminal procedural codes. In the criminal procedural codes, plea bargaining, extending the term of courts, addition of relieving judges, and some others which have been printed into handbill. In order for us to even strengthen with the justice system more, we agree that increasing budget allocation to all sectors, having stakeholder engagement, building the capacity of our personnel are all ways to improve and ensure that we meet justice for all. We also take note that the magisterial sitting program at the Monrovia Central Prison has been a good initiative, but it's time to expand within the counties as it aids in the reduction of pre-trial detention and overcrowdedness of the prison system. We seek to improve coordination when it comes to assignment of cases to enable effective representation. We are also putting in modalities to improve the capacity of our city solicitors across the country. In conclusion, I welcome you all and assure you of our collaboration in ensuring we grant our citizens speedy and fair trial.
She's Deputy Minister for Administration at the Ministry of Justice, Masa Jalaba, there speaking. Away from home now, Zambia's foreign minister has warned diplomats against interfering in the country's affairs days after the U.S. ambassador raised concern about the systematic theft of drugs donated to the soft-tin African states. Mamadou Haben said there has been increasing tendency by envoys to ignore diplomatic channels and this could undermine the spirit of mutual respect. He did not name anyone, but his comments were seen as being directed at the U.S. ambassador to Lusaka, Michaels Gonzalez. He added that he has decided to go public after holding more than 30 fruitless meetings with senior Zimbabwean or Zambia officials. In his response, Haben said that addressing the government through the media amounted to interference and was in breach of diplomatic conventions. Last week, the U.S. embassy said it has presented its findings of alleged corruption to Zambia officials in April last year and had offered help to stop further theft and bring the culprits to justice. On Monday, Zambia's Home Affairs Minister Jacob Mawiwi said there was forensic audit on the alleged theft has been completed and handed over to security agency for the action. About 75 people have been arrested in the country's wide crackdown that saw more than 400 health facilities raided over the alleged scams. That's according to local media reports. Well, that's all the time we have for this evening's edition of King's Newsroom. But just before we go, here are stories we closely follow in our headlines. Liberia National Police Bond County Detachment launches an immediate investigation following the lifeless body of an unidentified man inside a parked vehicle at the Bond County Health Team office in Phoebe. Totmont National Institute of Medical Arts on Tuesday launched 3 new academic programs as senior advisor and head of project in the office of First Lady Katumu Bwakai. Dr. Adam King says the launch is a declaration of a national promise that no mother will die while giving birth. Members of the House of Representatives Tuesday elected Montserrat County District 11 Representative Richard Cohn as new Speaker of the 55th House of Representatives, replacing former Speaker Councillor Jonathan Fanati Kofa following prolonged impasse between members of the lower house. And away from home, Zambia's foreign minister has warned diplomats against interfering in the country's affairs. This after the U.S. ambassador raised concern about the systematic theft of drugs donated to the 13 African states. Many thanks to all of our contributors, editors, and reporters who help in making this evening's edition of King's Newsroom. Or sources Newton Tokpa was here with our news bulletin. My name is Cornelius Johnson. I presented. Many thanks for listening or watching. Join us tomorrow morning at 5, that's 6 a.m. for another edition of King's Newsroom. On behalf of the team, I love to say many thanks for listening or watching. Good evening.